Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for the CAF Champions League. This is the match for Power Dynamos versus RS Berkane, match day 5. And Zesco is making a late charge towards, qualifying for the CAF Champions League knockout stages. Anyway, let's just analyze the match that was, the goals that was scored in this match. All right, so as we can see here, they've gotten the ball, but now this is where you can see it's not really the player making the pass. It's more of a system, not system, but it's something that is okay. It's either he makes a bad pass, or this is something that's usually rehearsed because you see there's two players here. So maybe in training, whatever type of situation they do, there's probably going to be another player here that receives the ball. But I don't even think he looks properly because as you can see, there's a sorry, Power Dynamos. I don't know why I confused Power Dynamos and just going ahead. I really don't know why. To be honest, maybe one can just rush here to give him that option or not, but I don't really. I can understand why he's at the edge of the box. Yeah, well, maybe he could have gone there just to shout, hey, because as you can see, he's right here, and that pass could be difficult to play in between him, to play to him or him. But let's see what he does. I don't even think he looks up. It's just that on where the highlights, that's what the problem is. Yeah, I don't think he looks to where he's passing to. So he gives the ball straight back to the Power Dynamos players. Now for me, it's the urgency that's lacking from these two. Your teammates made a mistake. Yes, he's did it in a very sensitive area. What you do, you get rid of that ball. If possible, it comes out for a throw-in or you maintain possession, but you're going to shout at that player that lost the ball, or you're just going to be like, tell him to, be more aware or be sharp or just don't do that again. Don't mess it up. He loses the ball, right? Now look, this is taking way too long. And because he's lost the ball, he's immediately panicking. He's rushing towards that. Power Dynamos player skips past him easily. And remember, these guys were here. He at least is going somewhere here. He's still there. And to be honest, in the best case scenario, he's supposed to be the one rushing for that ball. He's got a man next to him. He's got a man next to him. He's free. There's no need for him to cover here because there's nothing he's covering. There's all this space here, but in this case, these two are also following each other. So there's not much he's covering. He's just supposed to follow that ball. He doesn't. He looks to the side and still he forces his teammate now to push out, which now leaves this as a 2v1. And then simple pass, boom, boom, goal. It's funny because I actually thought it was an own goal, but it was already going towards the goal, so it doesn't count as an own goal. Somewhere, it's a funny goal. Because look at this, the player that's here, there's no need at all. So even if immediately he rushes out, he should at least be moving somewhere here to cover. Instead, he just stays marking the space, and there's no one in that space. I don't know. For some reason, it feels like it was intentional. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he play. It's a really good ball, and he takes very good care of it. By that, I simply mean he puts it into the back of the net. That's a terrible shot. The next goal, yeah, it's somewhere here. And that for me. All right, so he's all right. So before we even go, we look at all right, he's chasing the ball down, right? And at this point, he's quite okay because he's near the player. But one thing he shouldn't do is go down because if he goes down and he misses the ball, do you know what happens? He skips past him. And now his teammates have to run even harder when they're not supposed to run even harder because, they assume that you just, hold your ground, don't rush in, don't do anything silly, but you've done that. And then now look at how long it takes him to get back up. So now here you have this funny situation where he is in the middle. He's in between two defenders. He maybe could rush out quicker, but you know what? I'm not really going to blame him because look at he's still getting up. It's sad though. And then there's a player right behind them. Remember, you can only mark what's in front of you. So it's either, and then again, they're not really in the best situation to be honest. So what you do is you probably protect the center, right? So it's either you allow this person to come closer. To be honest, it's one of those, it's lost somewhere here. And then again, they don't really set up well for, they're not really set up well. It's a 2v3, but it's actually a 3v3 because he's sneaking. He's doing one of those late runs, but he's going to reach the box late so that he can arrive there when people least expect it and take advantage of it. Because look at him. At this point, he can do whatever he wants. He's making the run. It's a decoy run. He's simply creating space for his teammate, whether he does it willingly or sorry, knowingly or not. It's just something that happens naturally in the game. Sometimes you make a run, you may not know that there's someone behind you and you're creating space for someone, but when they score, you do credit, you do take some credit. You'd be like, if I didn't run, you wouldn't have found that space. I do feel you could have run a bit harder, and this is just a simple pass to play. It really is. And to be honest, it's a really good finish, even though it feels bobbled. Nothing much the goalkeeper could do there. And that's a good goal. I mean, let's just wait for it a bit. Yeah, he simply, the player that's in the middle here drags these two, and then he puts it into the back of the net. Lovely. But here, stay on your feet. There's no need for that. And then it's how long he takes. He takes a look up. You see, as he's running, he takes another look. He's fully aware of what's happening in the game. He makes the pass. Nothing much they could do. It was a 3v3, and then to make matters worse, both people were marking. They left the player in behind them. And usually, when a player is in between the play, it does cause some confusion because it's not really decided on who's going to go out and mark that player. Otherwise, great goal by Power Dynamos, one of the best clubs in Zambia. I think at this point they have 7 points in the CAF, and they probably might, if they win the next game, they probably qualify. That's very good fighting spirit because I actually thought they were knocked out a long time ago, but no, they're fighting for something. Very good on them, Power Dynamos. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.